Okay, so good afternoon. No, good afternoon. Good morning, everybody. Dios mío. Hi, Vitali. Great to have you. So let's see. Hi, Vitali. Hi, Renyard. Hi, Javi. Hi, SSV. Hi, Ronan and Zhenya and Manji as well. Okay, lovely to have you all. Hi, Ollie. Great to see you. So let's see, next stream will be on Thursday, 16th of Feb at 4 p.m. Hello, beam me up, Mr. Scotty. Great to have you. And good morning, Manisco. And here, yeah. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, as I said, next stream on Thursday. So let's get right down to it then. Yeah, oh mon Dieu. Oh my God. And here's the first question. Lovely to have you, Bogdan. So this says different languages can shove, force, impose, cram. Hey, Virenda, great to have you. Us to think in terms of specific reference frames. Hey, great to have you, Scotty. So it's great to have you as well, Virendra. Okay, so we've got answers here from SSV, from Vitali, from Bogdan, and from Zhenya. Manisco goes against the flow, and Renyard as well. So we've got force for SSV, for Vitali, for Bogdan, for Zhenya. For Renyard, for Ollie, and for Javi. So shove us to think. I would probably say can shove us into thinking. To shove is to push very hard. Okay, so I couldn't open the door, so I had to shove. Yeah, but shove is talking about a physical force. Ronan goes for force as well. Yeah, so if you shove, I think normally shove is a physical force. Impose us to think. So different languages can impose specific terms of reference on us. And to cram is to try and fit as many things in as possible. So I always think about this chipmunk trying to cram as much food as it can in its mouth. So to force us to impose. So to force somebody to do something, to impose something on somebody, can make us. So notice Remian, to make us think. Yeah, without the two. Thank you, Ronan. That's really, really kind of you. Thank you, Ronan. I really appreciate it. That's really kind of you. Okay, so notice to make us think. Yeah, can force us to think. Can shove us towards. It's more physical. Can impose these terms of reference on us. Hey, Patricia! Language. So this is what this is saying, Mr. Scott. It's saying that language changes the way we think. Yeah? It's just part of it. Lydia, lovely to have you. And lovely to have you, Patricia. Yeah, I wondered what had happened to you. But you're here. That's brilliant. And let me. Can compel us to think. I think that's a nice word, Vitali. To force us. Definitely, Patricia. Okay, as Boroditsky and her colleague Alice Gaby have shown, Aboriginal Kuuk Thaayorre people in Australia, for example, use cardinal directions, north, south, east, west, to talk about even mundane, carnal, insipid, stodgy, arid things, such as the cup is on your southwest. Okay, so we've got mundane for Vitali, for SSV, for Zhenya, for Bogdan, and Ollie, and Renyard. Well, I'm glad you're no longer in the cemetery, Patricia. Yeah, but what they're saying is these multi-languages impose things on your mind. So mundane for Gaby and mundane for SSV as well. So carnal is talking about sex. Yeah, so not carnal things. Mundane for Patricia. I love it. And for Ollie. Insipid. If something's insipid, it doesn't have much taste. So this food is very insipid. Okay, yes. So the Central American languages are very different as well, Zhenya. Quechua is an interesting language. Stodgy. If something's stodgy, it's thick. It doesn't move very well. Yeah, particularly stodgy food. And arid talks about dry. No, it's got to be mundane. If something's insipid, it's tasteless. Yes. And Vinit, great to have you. Well done, Vinit. Mundane, that's the answer. Okay, if something's insipid, it doesn't taste of much. Yeah, it doesn't have much strength, much power to it. Yeah. So let's try the next one. Here we go. 190, perfect. This is called an absolute reference frame. The coordinates provided are independent of the watchers, spectators. I've got watchers twice. Observers, viewpoint. Or the location of reference objects. Oh, stodgy. If something is stodgy, Ronan, it's thick. It's not very nice. I'm particularly thinking about stodgy food, which is full of carbohydrates. It's something heavy, unhealthy, unpleasant, boring, serious, formal, old, using established methods, unwilling to change, unwilling to use new ideas. Wow, that was good. So, here. Yes, this is here. Yeah, I know watchers is repeated twice. That's my bad. So we got observers for Genyas. Okay, observer for SSV, observer for Ollie, observer for Bogdan and Renyard and Vitali. Is fast food stodgy? It could be, yeah. I'm thinking something with a lot of sugar and flour is very stodgy. From the observer's viewpoint for Gaby. Mr. Scott says all would work. Yeah, I've used 2 times watchers. I'm going to take one of them out to make you guys happy. You guys and gals happy. Ronan goes for observers, so does Patricia. So some Christmas foods. Sorry. The beholder, I like that, Zhenya. The beholder is the person looking. Yeah, for example, Christmas pudding is very stodgy. It's very thick, it's very heavy. Yeah? Pasta that is overcooked with lots and lots of cream and fat could be stodgy as well. That's its SSV. Food that's heavy and hard to swallow. Stodgy, metaphorically, traditional, unwilling to change. Thank you, Scotty. Okay, so from the spectator's viewpoint, a spectator is normally watching a match, or the spectators at a football match. Yeah. From the watcher's viewpoint, if you're watching, I guess watchers would work, but observers is clearly the best answer, because the observer is the person who decides. Here, Strudel, for example, in one of his recent interviews, Noam Chomsky debunked this theory, calling it superficially plausible but unsubstantiated. But he's an elderly person and maybe a little stodgy. Yeah, I think that's perfect, Rainyard. Yes, I do. I've got a rotten cold today, Patricia. But, well, that's the way it goes. Okay, so the observer's viewpoint. Let's go for the next one. Ooh, and... whoops, that's the same one again. Sorry about that. Hey. But many languages, including English, use rather clumsy, uncouth, lumpy, rough, slipshod, maybe even stodgy terms for spatial orientation, such as next to, left of, behind or above. Well, the observer is the judge of his own world. So, welcome Yuma. Great to have you. So, we've got clumsy for SSV, for Vitali, for Zhenya, for Bogdan, for Yuma, for Ollie, for Vinit as well. So, slipshod is bad quality work. Yeah. Let's see. Renyard's gone for clumsy. The builders did a very slipshod job. Clumsy for Patricia as well. If you do something that's slipshod, it's been done. It's a job that's been done badly. Yeah. It's not been done well. Yes, but Mr. Scott, you've got to choose the one that sounds best, and that's the point. Hubby goes for clumsy. Uncouth. If something's uncouth, it's unrefined. Yeah? Shoddy, slipshod. I love it. That's very good, Vitali. If somebody's uncouth, they're uneducated, they're rude, they don't follow the social norms. Something that's lumpy is got big lumps in it. Yeah, I like lumpy as well. Lumpy terms. Yeah. My porridge is lumpy. The plumber did a slipshod job. I love it, Patricia. That's a good example. The sauce was lumpy. Yeah, it's got with lumps, with thick bits in it. Yep. And we've even got a follower called Slipknot who comes from time to time. Notice this is slipshod though. Slipshod. Rough terms. Rough is approximate. But here very definitely clumsy. Yeah? They're not very accurate. They don't define very well. A camel is lumpy. I guess a camel is actually humpy. Yeah? But I guess it's got lumps on its back. Okay, let's try the next one. And as if that wasn't enough, we also have to count, tally, bode, calculate which frame of reference they apply in. So if something's uncouth, it's rude, it's crude, it's impolite. Yes, I think you could, something bulky, yeah? Something inaccurate. Vitali. So, the guy was uncouth and made many faux pas in these soirees. Okay, yes, definitely. This piece of clothing all covered is covered in lumps and bumps. So, as if that wasn't enough, we have to count, tally, bode, calculate which frame of reference they apply in. And the humps are lumpy on camels. Absolutely, Scotty. So, Vitali goes for calculate, so does Bogdan, so does Ollie, so does Yuma, so does Hubby. Yes, but Patricia's got a lovely vocabulary, SSV. Okay, so Zhenya's gone for bode. That's interesting. Okay, I think here, which I have to take into account which frame of reference. Absolutely. Let's see, if something bodes, it predicts. So it predicts something for the future. Yeah? This bodes well. This doesn't bode well. It's a sign that something will happen. Normally a sign that something is good, or something good is going to happen, or something bad is going to happen. So, to bode. No, to bode is talking about what is actually going to happen. Yeah, what it looks like is going to happen. Bode, indicate. That's very good, Vineet. Here, which we have to count. But notice, Rainyard, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To bode, to augur. Here, that's very good, Patricia. To predict, to decide. Here. Okay, so the answer here is very definitely calculate. Bode's the past tense of live, but that's why you're here. Zhenya, to make mistakes and learn, because each time you make a mistake, it's a learning opportunity. Okay, let's try the next one then. This isn't going to fit, is it? This turn of events doesn't bode well for the future. Perfect, Patricia. So, if someone tells you to pick up the keys on the right of a computer, do they mean on the computer's right-hand side, or to the right of the computer from your perspective, angle, slant, horizon, vision, seen when facing it? So, Zhenya goes for perspective. Bogdan goes for perspective. Vitali goes for angle. Ollie for perspective. Tian, welcome, goes for perspective. So does Ronan and Vineet and SSV. And Yuma goes for angle. And Renyard says from your perspective. So, from your vision. Vision is the ability to see. Yeah? From your scene. From your point of view. Point of view would fit very nicely. Javi goes for your perspective as well. From your slant. Normally, if something's slanted, it's not flat. Yeah? Perspective, okay. So, So, Patricia, is perspective figurative? From your standpoint would work nicely. From your horizon. The horizon is the distance in front of you. Okay, the answer here is from your perspective, although I think from your angle would also fit. Yeah, but I think from your perspective, because in English we use this word perspective to talk about my point of view, from my perspective, from someone's perspective, and it collocates much, much better than from my angle, from your angle. I think, yeah, from your angle. I think from your angle would work, but I think perspective is better. Yeah, that's okay, Vitali. And oh, next one I like. And let's see. And unfortunately this one doesn't quite fit, so I've got to edit it a little bit. And here we go. The previous, prior, former, erstwhile, quondam is called an intrinsic reference frame, having two reference points, computer and keys, and the latter a relative reference point. There are three reference points: computer, keys, and observer. So, okay, the answer to this one seems quite easy. What's the meaning of this word quondam? Yeah, and what's the meaning of erstwhile? What's the meaning of these two words? Okay, we've got former for Vitali, for Bogdan, for SSV, for Vinit, for Zhenya, for Tian, for Yuma, for Ollie, for Renyard, for Gaby, and for Ronan. So here the former, the first of two ideas. The latter, the second. Yeah, former, latter is a collocation. So, quondam, in the past. Yeah, to sketch at an angle. So, okay, Vinit says erstwhile is used while describing a person. Yeah, so his erstwhile position, my erstwhile friend. Yeah, quondam means former, but both of these, erstwhile and quondam, these are talking about people. Yeah. Whereas former, we use this for maybe different people or different things as well. Okay, so in this case, definitely former. Erstwhile and quondam, these are both very formal words, but these talk about positions or situations that people used to have. You can use former for that as well, but former has other meanings, like as here. Okay, so let's try the next one. I get this terrible feeling I'm going to be in a second. So, and this can figure, model, shape, develop, arrange how we think and navigate. Ten Brink and her colleagues have compared the use of reference frames in English and Spanish. Okay, and this can figure, model, shape, develop, arrange how we think and navigate. Well, it depends on their point of view. So, Patricia, we've got shape for Zhenya, for SSV, for Vitali, for Ollie, for Tian, for Bogdan, for Renyard, for Vinit. Is one of the researchers. Tenenbrink is one of the researchers. Shape for Yuma. Yep, I quite agree with you, SSV. Tenor Brink and her colleagues. Definitely. That's right, SSV, thank you. I was thinking about model and can model how we think and navigate. I like shape better. How this can shape. Absolutely, Gaby. So, I'm going to give that to the answer is shape. But I think also this can model, it can influence how we think and navigate, okay? It can shape how we do this. So, let's try the next one. Yeah. Tenor Brink is a real person. Let's see. No, you're doing fine, Patricia. Don't you worry about it. You keep going. Okay, sorry that took me a while. Okay, so we've got based for Vitali and Zhenya and Tian. Model could be used for more tangible things. Shape is more tangible and intangible. I think I agree with you, Vineet. And based for Tian, yes. Based for Ollie, based for Yuma, and based for Bogdan and for Renyard. Okay, in one experiment they asked people to decide whether an object, say a ball, was left or right of a central figure, an animal, human or object. Found, based, footed, set, built on two descriptions given in English or Spanish. For example, I see a dog, the ball is on the left of the dog, or I see a dog, the ball is on the dog's left. Okay, so based for Bogdan, Renyard, for Patricia, for Javi, and for Vineet as well, and definitely based on. Okay, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I think I've had a problem. So, thanks for coming, and see you on Thursday.